What's going on, y'all? It's a boy Retake Dominion, and today I have my testimony for y'all. This is a story about how God took me from a life of depression, anxiety, substance abuse, selling substances, to a man of God who preaches the word and is studying to become a pastor. So I guess we could just talk about a little bit of background. I would say I kind of grew up in the church somewhat, not really. Like my parents took me and my family to church sort of often when I was younger, but me being a kid, I didn't, really like it too much because, you don't really know what's going on. I kind of was brought up in it a little bit, but I wasn't really like brought up into it. Like once we got older, really stopped going to church so much. Fast forward to this was COVID, about high school, right when we graduated early. I found myself, out of school, having more time to just think and realize that I was just so unhappy. Like I was depressed, I was anxious all the time. I found myself picking up substances like weed. That's when I discovered weed. I was about 16, 17, and I started smoking pretty often, very often actually. And I I was spending money on it, and I was like, well, I'll just sell it so I can smoke for free. And so I started selling it, and then I was getting larger and larger quantities. I was having pounds and pounds, and I was doing that for a while, and just filling that void, because there's a void for the love of Jesus. It's like if you don't have the love of Jesus, you're looking for substitutes. So I found myself going to the alcohol, just the girls, the drugs, vaping. I was even vaping for 8 years. And I don't know, just really just super just depressed and like anxious. And I was chasing mammon. Like I was really I used to worship these women and the money and the drugs. And I kept saying that once I get this amount of money, I'll be okay. Then I'll get a certain amount of money and I'm like, wow, I'm not okay. I was selling drugs a lot. I ended up working jobs on the side just to save up money, because that's all I was chasing. That's all I cared about was money this, money that. Like that was my God. I found myself just in this loop where I would just chase one thing and I would get it. And then I'd be like, okay, well, I need to chase another thing. And I don't know, that was just a very depressing lifestyle. I was riddled with anxiety. I found myself just looking for an escape from reality. Like I would try all these things. Like I would binge watch shows. I would try to talk to new girls all the time. I would try this drug and this drug just so I can have an escape from the reality that I hated so much. And yeah, I mean, it was just such a dangerous lifestyle. Like the Lord has spared me. Like I was robbed at gunpoint for a couple pounds of weed, some other illicit substances, and I feel like that was a wake-up call for me. I feel like that was the third time actually I had almost been shot, and I was starting to really understand like my mortality. I was starting to really understand that, life and death, it's closer than we think, and that it's not a game, And I was just I was living this dangerous lifestyle to make money, and I don't know, it kind of started turning the gears a little bit. I started thinking like what if this isn't all that there is? And I feel like God was slowly working on me, slowly working on me. Fast forward about a couple months, I was smoking with my friend, and we had just got done smoking. After we got done smoking, I walked to the car. I was sitting in my car, and I was scrolling through Reels, and David Mapalo came up, and he said in the video, he said, "You've tried all these things, why don't you give God a try?" And like that, it clicked in my head. I'm like, wow, this whole religion thing, this believing in Jesus thing, isn't just here for no reason. I realized that there was actually a God who loved me and cared for me, and that the drugs, the sex, the alcohol, the vaping, that this wasn't the fullness of life, that wasn't it. I realized that in that moment that I could walk in freedom. This whole time when I was pushing God to the back of my mind and not thinking about it, He was there the whole time. He never gave up on me. So after I seen that video, just like a snap in that moment, I'm like, wow, God is real. And for the first time in my life, I felt the presence of the Lord so strong. And I'm like, Lord, I'm done. Like, I'm giving it all to you. Like, I'm surrendering the drugs. I'm surrendering the alcohol. I'm surrendering the sex. I'm giving it all to you, Lord. And in that moment, the depression, the anxiety left me. Just like that. It left me. Without the Lord, I would have never gave up weed. I'll be honest. That was something that I was really bound to, and I feel like I had a bond to, because I was able to escape reality with that. But I just thank the Lord because he's so faithful. And even through my times of obedience, he was still there for me. And, you know, it says in the word that the Lord will never abandon nor forsake you. And he won't. But then after that, I had that fire for the Lord. I just wanted to just spread it. So I was telling my friends about the Lord. I was in my word studying, and I was doing so much research about the Bible and stuff, and just like apologetics, and I started preaching at bars and all these other places. And then that's what it was, you know. I had to change my environment, the people who I was hanging out with. I had to change all these things because of God, but the Lord has blessed me so abundantly and gave me this path. And he revealed to me that I'm to become a pastor. I was prophesied over at my grandfather's church in Ocilla, Georgia. After I had this strong feeling to become a pastor, I called my grandpa because he's a pastor. I call him. I'm like, hey, I gave my life to Christ, and they were so ecstatic. I told them, and he said, okay, come to my church. So I go to church in Ocilla. Man prophesied over me. He confirmed that the Lord wanted me to become a pastor, and so now I start seminary pretty soon, and here I am. But I just thank you guys. All you guys who watch my testimony, your testimony is so powerful. The Lord will give you a testimony so that you will bring other people to him. So you will find people who went through the same thing that you went through, and that you could lead them to Christ through that. I just want to say thank you all so much for just watching my content, for just being here for me, for being my family. I love all you. You're all my brothers and sisters. And it's just a blessing. It's Boy Retake Dominion. Thank you so much for watching my testimony. Make sure you keep God first. Peace.